Okay guys, so today we're going to be doing a reading on things that you need to do to take care of yourself, self-care. It was actually requested to me, and so I feel like I definitely should be doing this now. Unlike most of the videos that or all the videos that I've had on my channel, this video is going to be based off of your sign. So regardless of which sign you choose, so it could be your star sign, moon sign, or your rising sign. It's all, whatever one you resonate with the most. And that is the video that you're going to pick. But I just wanted, this video, I also wanted to let you know that we are going to be shuffling on camera. And it's going to be a quicker video because there's not a lot for me to delve really into this video. But I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so hi guys. This is for Aquarius, so let's get into it. So we got make a meal, movement, watch a movie, meditate, and write a gratitude list. Okay, so right now, this is what you need to do in order to relax and to renew your energy. So the first one that came out was make a meal, and maybe you guys are chefs or bakers, or maybe you just really enjoy cooking. And so it this kind of feels like to me like you need to move, you need to keep doing things. You don't want someone who likes to, I mean you do always like to sit still based on the other cards, but this one kind of feels more like an active, you have to do something active as well as something like that's kind of lazy in order to like help balance everything out. Maybe you're even trying to like to eat healthier or to eat better, and you're like, okay, I have this whole regimen out and I know I need to do this and I need to do that. And you'll feel better if you eat healthier and like mentally and physically. So that's also something that could mean. Now this one is a movement. So again, you need to keep moving. You need to exercise. Maybe you're stuck at home right now. Obviously, most people are, and you don't know what to do. So maybe you go out for a run, or maybe you have exercise equipment at home and just do something like that, or even just like walking, or just doing anything like that's physically active. Don't just sit all day. Like especially if you're a sitting job, that's gonna be really hard for you, and it's gonna put you in this rut, and you can't move. I guess almost like you just start to feel really more depressed if you don't move. But that being said, watch movie also popped out. So yes, you need to move. Yes, you need to do that, but then also take time to relax and to just pop in a movie and maybe like get some popcorn out and just kind of be there with someone you care about if you live with someone else, or if you're comfortable inviting someone over, and just having a little you time, I guess, or you and your friend, husband, wife, partner, whatever, whoever it is with you, and then meditating. So right now as well, you're being called to kind of just reflect on your day. Sometimes it's actually, which also makes sense because writing a gratitude list came out. So these two both kind of talk about reflecting on your day. So after each day is over, you're being encouraged to just kind of sit and just think about everything that you accomplished that day and write down everything you're happy or grateful that you accomplished. You're like, okay, I'm so glad I did this today. I'm so glad I did this today. Because sometimes if you make that list, like, okay, today I want to get one thing done, one thing that I need to get done, and just make it really small. And then you're like, I'm really grateful I was able to do that and not stop procrastinating, or, you know, and then just like be kind to yourself. Use kind words. Be like, okay, today I felt really good about this, and I ate that really good meal. I had way more vegetables and fruit as well as the junk that I like to eat, you know, and I feel more rejuvenated today. And just if you continue to tell yourself, okay, this is what I need to do, this is what I need to do every day, this is what I need to eat, this is what I need to accomplish, you will start to feel better because you'll get into this into this habit of being like, okay, yes, I have accomplished what I need to, I've eaten what I need to, my body is feeling healthy, I'm feeling healthy, my brain is moving still, I'm being active, I'm walking, I'm running, I'm doing everything I need to do, and you'll start to feel a lot better. So if you're currently being horribly affected right now by the pandemic, doing this a lot, I mean, at least until a big change happens or until the pandemic is over, this is going to be really helpful to you while you can't go out and do anything else. All right, that is your reading, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you take this to heart and to actually help yourself through this time. I hope you please subscribe, please comment and like and share and anything else. Because comments really mean everything to me, and I want to know that you're enjoying this. Please come back next video. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye, Aquarius. Hi. So this is the reading for Aries. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna ask for more cards because that's only one card. So I'm gonna ask for. So let's talk about the first one that popped out. So this one was just ground yourself. So the first thing that I'm thinking about is the fact that, for one, ground yourself can sometimes means like kind of similar to meditation, where you just kind of want to reflect and meditate and just think about everything that happened that day and just be like, okay, this is what happened, this is what I'm happy with, this is what I want to work on, this is, you know, just like good and bad things, and just so that you can go into the next day thinking about all those things that you liked and things you want to improve. But this can also mean to just be more grounded, be more earthy, which is kind of weird to say to fire signs, but it can be like that. So like sometimes people need to be more grounded, they need to be more down to earth, or just not as like, I mean, more kind of like headstrong, sure, but like not as fiery or angry or emotional, or kind of like just try and like look at things like without your emotions and kind of be like, okay, well, this is logically what I should do. Sometimes you need to include logic into what you do throughout the day. This can also talk about soul families. So because of the like the grounding, this could also represent like a tree or a soul family. So it could be like spend time with people that are really important to you. Spend time with your soulmate or platonic soulmate. You know, you can have friends or maybe in family, because sometimes family, your actual family in real life is probably still family. So maybe that can also be like, okay, you need to spend a certain amount of time every day with people that you really love and care about, so that you're not going insane. The second one that popped out was massage. So I'm not sure, again, if where you are, there are places for you to get massages or not, if they're open or not, but you can even buy like yourself like a massager for you, or maybe you live with someone else and you can ask them for a massage. I don't know, but you should be getting some massages to help you relax and unwind throughout the day. Obviously, I mean, not every day you're going to really do that, but every so often, maybe every week, just get yourself a massage. Just relax and treat yourself. Nourish your temple. So this one talks about eating better, or just right. I mean, if you're already eating really well, just continue to eat really well, because eating does affect the way that we see the world and the way that we feel every day. So if we are eating and putting ourselves with like lots of fruits and vegetables and the right amount of meat and dairy and all that, if we're eating the correct amount and of the plate we should be eating every day, then we all feel a lot better, especially with the water. So nourishing is also reminds you of a plant. So maybe some of you don't get enough water every day, and you need to try and drink more water every day just to make sure that things are functioning as they should. But this also you can also talk about nourishing your mind with emotional or positive statements, which is what I was saying before with the grounding, where maybe you're not like, maybe you don't actually have a very positive opinion of yourself, and you just start nourishing your body, nourishing your mind with positive things. Like every day, start off the day and be like, I am beautiful, I love myself, I'm handsome, whatever you need to tell yourself, like to get through the day. I'm like, okay, I love myself, because if you love yourself, you'll also feel a lot better. So try and like say one positive thing about yourself every day, just one. And I'm sure you will start to love yourself a lot more, because sometimes if you say something and if you don't believe it, you'll start to believe it, and it'll make you feel better. Spend time with animals. So on top of the people, maybe that can also mean animals. Well, maybe that is who you need to spend time with. Maybe you really love your animal or your pet, but you need to spend time with animals. So if you don't have a pet already, I'm not saying you have to go out and buy yourself a pet, but it is encouraged for you to spend time with animals. So maybe you know someone and you can borrow their pet for a while and just kind of play with them, and because sometimes when you're with animals, you just feel a certain set of giddiness. You're like, okay, I can relax, I'm petting this really cute dog, or oh, I'm playing with this cat that I really like, or even some other animal, like a caged animal, whatever makes you happy. I think that this can really impact you. So if you do have the money, or if you do have the means and the place and the space, and you don't have an animal, you might want to get yourself an animal. I don't know. I'm not saying you have to, but if you can, you should, because animals are great. Health checkup. So I think this is just kind of talking about make sure you're staying healthy. Make sure you're not doing anything reckless, or going out to all these parties that you keep hearing about. Like, please try and wear your masks. I don't want to get too political, but I just want to make sure everyone here is staying healthy and they're not getting horribly sick or ending in the hospital. Or maybe this could even indicate talking about your daily checkup. So even though COVID is happening and we can't go out as many places, we should still be getting those checkups every once in a year, or however long you have to wait for each checkup for whatever it is that you need. Make sure you're still doing that, because if you're neglecting that, then something horrible can happen, and you don't even realize it, or I don't know. But just make sure you are healthy. And the last one is drink tea. So maybe you're a tea drinker. I mean, I hope you are, because that popped out. But tea can be very calming or very good on you physically. So sometimes tea can help you run things faster through your body. It can help you when you're sick, even maybe. And so tea is really, really good for you. I mean, better than other drinks that we consume, let's just say that. And so I think that if you really enjoy it, you should probably drink tea. I mean, maybe you're a coffee drinker. Maybe you can drink coffee. This is kind of like that as well. I feel like you can drink coffee or tea depending on what you prefer, because not everyone's a tea drinker. And just get your daily coffee in the morning or your daily dose of tea in the afternoon, you know, and to get you through the day, if you really need that. And yeah, so this is something you have to keep in mind throughout probably COVID time, or whenever the big change happens, before we are allowed back into society and without restrictions. But if you continue to stay grounded and spend time with your loved ones and your animals and massage yourself and eat right and drink right and, you know, be safe with where you're going and who you're hanging out with, and, you know, making sure that you are protected and drinking your coffee, tea, whatever, every day, every week, you know, like, I mean, massage every week, but everything else, like, every day, just kind of just being very mindful. I think that you will feel better, and yeah, as you're reading. I hope you guys like and comment and share anything else that you want to do. Comments are really appreciated. Please subscribe and come back to my next video, whatever that may be. If you have any suggestions, please comment them below. I love to hear what you guys want me to do next. And that is it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, Aries. Hello, guys. I'm going to quickly shuffle for you, but I hope you enjoy your video, Cancer. Okay, I'm gonna keep shuffling because that was only one card. Okay, there needs to be a few more. Okay, call it done. All right, so the first one that popped out was drink tea. So for you guys, this could mean one of two things. Either you're gonna drink some tea or you're gonna drink some coffee. Depends on if you're a tea or a coffee drinker. But it's very self-explanatory. Like, you know, right now you need to, in order to relax, in order to, you know, try and get out of this really bad mental state if you're in it, especially right now, you need your daily coffee in the morning, or you need your tea in the afternoon, or whatever you're drinking it. Some people drink coffee at night. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's very self-explanatory. So the next card that popped out was spending time with animals. So I'm not sure if you guys have a pet of your own, or if you like to steal pets from your neighbors to just hang out with and play with, or your friends, whatever. But you need to spend a lot more time with them. You need, because, you know, the animals, they really give you like that kind of energy, like it kind of gets you up, and you know, especially like if you have a dog and they just wake you up every morning with the kisses and stuff, like that would really help getting you out of bed. But if you don't have an animal, or you don't have a neighbor you can steal your animal from, or friends or anything like that that have animals, then I suggest that maybe you go to a pet store or a shelter and try and adopt. I mean, some pet stores will let you just kind of play with them and not adopt them. So if you are tight on budget, maybe that's something you can do. I'm not sure if you can do that right now, but it is something to keep in mind. Okay, so dream journal. So some people, when they sleep, they end up like remembering what they dream, and typically people with they're more right-brained and remember what they dream. So I'm not sure if most of you are or not, or if it's just for some of you. But for those of you that do remember your dreams, it's urging you to write down everything that you remember from your dream, and being like, oh yeah, today I dreamt this really weird dream that I died, or I wasn't wearing my clothes, you know, like all those dreams that people dream all the time. I don't know. It's probably gonna be very more specific, but like writing it down helps, and it makes it's easier to remember, right? And you can analyze your dreams. I'm not sure if you want to analyze them. They could be really weird, but you can if you want to. It's a really good way to start your day. Movement. So I'm not sure if you guys have really stationary jobs, like you have to sit in your desk all day, but if that is the case, movement is really, really important. Even if it's not the case, movement is really important. So exercise, even if you just go outside and walk or run for a block, or however long you can do it, or if you have exercise equipment at home, or if you want to go to a gym, whatever you feel like doing, but moving is very important, because if you're just sitting still and watching Netflix all day, or working and then being really lazy and not feeling up to doing anything, you're going to feel sluggish, you're going to feel tired, you're not going to feel motivated, you're not going to want to do anything, and you're going to be in this very depressive mind and state. So by continuing to move, continuing to exercise, you're going to feel better, build strength. So this makes me think of working out, exercise. So maybe you guys are trying to build muscle specifically. So I'm obviously having protein. I mean, balanced diet is always good no matter what, but protein specifically for muscle strength. Maybe you guys, obviously in this picture, it's like boxers. Maybe you guys like boxing. Maybe you guys have a punching bag. That'd be very therapeutic, actually. I kind of want one. But yeah, maybe you guys punch something and feel better, or you go to the gym and work on your arm muscle, your leg muscle. You really want to build that muscle, and that's not just like something to do. I feel like that's probably what that is referencing, just because of this previous card that I had. So yeah, I think that your daily routine, while this pandemic is going on, just to make yourself feel a lot better, is to wake up, get your coffee or your tea at some point, write about your dreams if you can remember them, go to the gym, or exercise with buy exercise equipment and just start exercising at home, and building that muscle, building that strength, boxing, getting out all your energy and frustrations, and continue to move around, and then spend time with the animal that hopefully you own, and just kind of relax and unwind after you kind of have this very eventful, very moving day. That is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys take this and think about hopefully adding this to your daily routine, so that you can feel better throughout the day and have a clearer and less mental kind of jog or block, or and just feel better. So I hope you do take that seriously, and I hope that you comment. That'd be really appreciated by me. Share, whatever you gotta do, and please subscribe and come back to the next video, so that you can continue to get readings like this. If you have a suggestion of something that you want to see in my channel, please comment down below. I'd love to hear what you want, so that I can continue to make you guys happy. Alright, see you in the next video, guys. Hi Capricorns, I'm just gonna quickly shuffle for you now. One more. Ooh. Okay. That came out so fast. So, Capricorns, you might need a lot, because a lot fell out. So I'm not sure if you have a very hard time relaxing, but you might have a very hard time relaxing. So let's just talk about this. Look for fairies. So this kind of talks about you tapping into your childhood energy. So being very creative, being very imaginative. Maybe you can read something that's a fantasy, or watch some fantasy, or just start drawing something really cool and different. But it talks about childhood energy, really being childlike, playful, and just being very creative. So whatever that means to you, whatever creative thing you really enjoy, you should definitely work on that and continue to do that during this time of the pandemic, because it will make you feel a lot better, and you'll just have something else to think about. Family. So this one talks about spending time with your family, with your loved ones, whether it is your biological family or the family that you have chosen, it does not matter. But just make sure you spend a lot of time with your family. Like, call them, text them, especially if you can't see them, because I mean, they'll like obviously like give you like a warm hug, even if it's just over the phone, and kind of like make you feel a little better, and just someone to talk to about your day or complain or rant or whatever you need to do. Just make sure you you don't cut them out completely because you can't see them, because sometimes that happens. Create art. Yes. Okay. So you guys are really creative, actually. Cause create art popped out. So I think maybe a lot of you, not all of you, because everyone is different, but I think a lot of you really like artwork, whether it is drawing, painting, or other things like that. Because that's what, I mean, you can clearly see she's painting here. So that's what I automatically thought of. But it's the same thing, right? Basically, like, just continue to really tap into your creative energies and create different artworks, or create writing pieces, or different things like that. Because, I mean, you really enjoy it, so you should definitely do that. So this set is a massage. So basically, every once in a while, maybe every once in a week, just go out, just be nice for you, get yourself a massage if you can. I know not every place is going to be open, but if you can, you should definitely do that, or buy a massage thing to keep you relaxed, or even maybe if you live with someone else, ask them for a massage every now and then if they're good at giving massages. Obviously, if they're bad, you probably don't want to ask them for that. But it can also, I guess this can also mean just kind of like every once in a week, just like go out and give yourself a little treat. Like, you deserve it. Like, yeah, I've been stuck at home so long and I can't do anything else. So just go out, do something nice for you. Being outside is obviously going to make you feel a lot better than being trapped inside. So health checkup. So just because things are kind of crazy right now does not mean that you can just ignore your health checkups, or like, okay, I know I have to talk to the doctor like every once in a year, or I have to go to the dentist every once in, twice a year, right? And so it's important not to ignore those things. It's also important to make sure that you are protecting yourself, to get like shots, and to make sure that if you're going out, make sure maybe you're wearing a mask or doing something that indicates or helps you stay healthy, because the last thing that we want is for you guys to be physically under the weather, because it's obviously not going to help your mental, emotional state. Take a walk. So yeah, I mean, obviously painting and artwork, and that is what you really love to do, but you can't just stay at home all the time and just do that like for once a week, right? So going out for a walk every day, that's going to be really helpful. So whether you have a path that you want to go on, or you want to walk in different directions every day and then come back, whatever you need to do, just take some time just to breathe outside, and just to kind of let everything go, like just kind of like that kind of moment in the day, after work. Maybe maybe you're taking like an animal out for a walk as well. I'm not sure if you have an animal, but if you do, like a dog or something, just take it out with you, and you can kill two birds with one stone, evidently. Now this picture does show two people, like one big person, one small person. So maybe you're going on a walk with someone else in your house. I'm not sure if you are alone, but if you're not, if you have a roommate or a significant other, or you're young and you have parents or siblings, or whatever it is, whoever you're living with, maybe you just go out with someone else, and it might make you feel better as well, because then you can get social interaction in, as well as a nice relaxing walk and physical exercise that would be really helpful. Nourish your temple. So this one talks about making sure that you are staying hydrated. So some people might not be getting enough water, and if you're one of those people, if you're like, oh, I really like to drink pop, and I like to have my coffee or my tea, and I like to have a lot of juices, but you don't like to drink water because you just think the taste is bland, or maybe you just don't drink enough water, it's really important that you start to drink more water, maybe a little bit each day, or maybe just stay at a constant rate each day, and be like, okay, I know I can drink this much, but if you continue doing that every day, it will help you. Because if you're not rejuvenating yourself, if not drinking enough water, your system will be more likely to like not feel as good. Like maybe you're like, oh, I feel bad, I have a tummy ache, and that's probably not going to happen as often if you continue to drink more water. This can also talk about staying healthy as far as food goes. So maybe you're not having the best diet, or maybe you're trying to have a better diet, or you have to eat a certain amount of food, for each category every day, right? And you haven't been doing that, or whatever it is, whatever you need to work on, or maybe just continue working to stay at that really good place, right? And not going out to getting fast food because it's easy. Like, if you continue to work and you continue to cook for yourself and make yourself really nice meals, you will feel better as well with the water. And the last thing that could mean is about your emotional well-being. So maybe every day you need to give yourself a compliment. Be like, you know what, I love me, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm very amazing at art, I'm very creative, I enjoy what I do, I love who I am, I love my friends, my family, and I have them because I'm a good person. Whatever you need to say to yourself every day. Just something really nice, something positive every day. So that you maybe, because by hearing that you constantly are praising yourself, you will feel better mentally. You won't be like, oh my god, I hate myself, because if you don't tell yourself you hate yourself, you tell yourself you love yourself, you'll start to really feel it and really believe it, and it will work wonders as well. Sound healing. So sound healing can be a few different things. It could be like maybe you really enjoy listening to music on Spotify or music or wherever you get your music, and just like listening to music and kind of calming yourself down, like, okay, I need to take some time, I need to listen to music, I don't want to talk to anyone, and that's it. Like, or it could be maybe you play an instrument, because that's also very creative, and you guys are very creative people, clearly, and you want to go out and you want to, not go out, but you want to go and play your guitar or your drum set or your violin, whatever instrument you play, if you do play an instrument, and take some time, like every day or every other day or something like that, to just kind of play that instrument, you'll feel better, and you can like maybe even create your own songs. Maybe that's what you're really good at. Maybe you like creating your own music, writing, or maybe creating accompaniments for songs that already exist. Whatever floats your boat. But that could essentially be what sound healing is. It could also be maybe you want to listen to a podcast, right? That's very positive for you and it really helps you get through everything, or it's you want to watch this one TV show or this one video on YouTube that you find really is motivational and happy and relaxing. But whatever it is, it obviously has to do with sound. You're listening to something or you're playing something, and it'll be really helpful. Okay, so the burning bowl ritual. So this obviously is something that you don't really do every day. Maybe you do that like every month while you're in COVID or something like that. Basically, this is like getting rid of things that are in this negative energy, right? So maybe even just do that once. Maybe like, okay, I know I have a lot of things that bring me negative energy. Maybe I have things left over from an ex. Maybe I have things that I had that remind me of a bad time in my life that I no longer want. Burn it or get rid of it. Destroy it in some way. If you don't see it every day, or if you don't see it in your closet or wherever you've hidden it, it will make you feel better because you're releasing that negative energy. Or even just writing negative thoughts and emotions down. Like every month you can write all your negative emotions, everything you said that was horrible about yourself, or horrible that things that happened. You're like, oh, I really hated that I did this, or I really hate that someone did this to me. Write it all down and just burn it in a fire and just release your negative energies and be like, okay, the next month I'm going to be very positive. I think if you do this every once in a while like that, you'll feel better because it's like, okay, it's burning away. All that negative things are burning away, and I am going to be better this month. I am going to have positive influence, or I'm going to make myself feel better. Even intuition. So that one is kind of talking about like you know yourself very well. So if you are feeling the situation is bad, whether it's like with a person or, I mean, probably it's with a person, but it could be with anything really or anyone. You know what's good for you. You know what's bad. And if something inside of you is screaming, don't do it, or don't say that, or stay away from this person, then just follow your instinct. You're probably right. Try and continue to spend time with people that are positive or trying to heal, trying to be better like you. Because if you're staying with these people that are really negative, it's not going to help you at all. You're still going to feel really negative, and they might bring you down. So keep that in mind. Alone time. Yeah, I kind of figured that you guys like your alone time because you're artists, and artists tend to do things, or these like paintings or these writing or these musical compositions. They like to do that alone because it's just easier to focus. So probably when you're doing your creative thing, or when you're listening to your music or playing your own music or whatever it is, just do that alone. Just make sure you take your time to do it alone. Maybe even that walk, you want to do that alone. But you're probably going to be spending a lot of time just kind of spending time by yourself, and then allowing yourself some interaction with other people, but mostly by yourself. Maybe you guys are more introverted. I kind of feel like a lot of you are. Not everyone is, but a lot of you probably are. Deep breathing. Okay, so sometimes you might be like really upset or just having a really hard time. So just make sure that you kind of just breathe. Like you just stop what you're doing. You're like, okay, this is really bad for me. I'm really not having it right now, and just stand there and just breathe. Just let it all go. Like that brain will let it go, because I'm guessing that there's a lot of negative energy, and you're probably pushing it through with your artwork or your whatever it is that you're really creative in. And you're kind of shoving it towards there and releasing it and letting all that negative energy through there, or the brain ritual. But I feel like it's been a very hard time for you. So maybe you're not normally introverted. Maybe you're very extroverted right now, but you can't be. And it's really bothering you, or you're just really bothered by your coworkers or whatever it is, but you're having a really hard time. You just need to let that go. And chanting. So it's the last one that popped out. So this one, it kind of talks about just kind of like sitting down and kind of just again, thinking about what your day has been like, right? And thinking about all the bad stuff and releasing it. Okay, yes, this happened. I don't want this to continue to happen. I want to let this negative energy go. So sometimes when people chant, they put candles around. Sometimes that helps, or crystals if you own crystals. Sometimes people make noises. But you don't have to. It's really up to you how you choose to chant and release that negative energy. But you obviously need to do a lot of different creative things to release this negative energy, like breathing, chanting, brain ritual, walking sometimes can release that, and even the artwork and music. So I'm really not sure what it is exactly everyone is going through, but you have lots of creative new ways, I guess, now to release that negative energy. And obviously this is probably through the pandemic. Once the pandemic is over, I might reevaluate everyone and what you guys need to be doing now that you can leave your house more. But right now, this is what you need to do in order to get through this. I hope this was really helpful to you. I hope that this brought new ideas, and you're going to try and implement at least some of them into your everyday life or every month, a little something. Please comment any video that you want to see me do next, or make a comment about how this resonated with you. Yeah, that's exactly what I need to do. That's exactly what I need to hear. Whatever you need to say. But please, I enjoy your comments. I enjoy if you like, and I would really enjoy it if you subscribe to my channel to watch more videos like this. Bye, guys. Hi, Gemini. I'm just going to quickly shuffle and get into reading. That is not enough cards, so I'm going to keep going. Let's see how many cards popped out. Okay, one or two more, hopefully. So this one flipped over. This is dream journal. So I'm not sure if you guys, when you're sleeping, if you remember your dreams or not. Typically people who are more right brain, more creative, remember them. But if you don't, then this doesn't really apply to you. But if you do remember your dreams, make sure when you have a dream that you remember. Whatever it is, just get out like something that you're gonna write with, and like a paper, or maybe if you want to write like off of the Google Docs or something like that as well, you can. Just kind of write down like, okay, this is the date, this is what I dreamt, and like you can analyze yourself if you want to, but it's not really required. Maybe you just look back every once in a while and be like, oh, these are all the things that I've been dreaming about lately. And maybe if you're continuing to have that same dream over and over again, you can try and figure out what's going on in your life that you need to fix, because clearly something is wrong if you're having the same dream repeatedly. Yeah. Nourish your temple. So this is basically dictating the fact that you need to, essentially, you need to drink more water, right? You need to continue to hydrate, regardless if maybe you like drink what you think is enough but it's not, or maybe you truly are drinking enough every day, but I mean most people aren't, let's be honest. So make sure you continue to drink your water, make sure you continue to hydrate, but also to eat healthy as well. You know, your body obviously is this plant right here, so you want to make sure that you continue to feed it as it needs. And one of the things that plants obviously need is the sun, so don't stay in your house all the time, because it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you mentally, it's not going to help you physically. So make sure to get out there and to photosynthesize, to go out there and kind of walk around and make sure that you're getting what you need. Make sure that you're eating healthy. Make sure you're having all those different fruits and vegetables and meat and dairy and all the categories, right? Make sure you're having enough of each category. And yeah, that's basically what that is. Okay, connect with your womb. So this card can mean a few different things. Now, not everyone is going to relate to this. First off, the first thing that's going to come to mind, but if this does relate to you, then this is for you. If it doesn't, just leave it. It's not going to resonate, it's fine. But some of you might be trying to get pregnant. If that is the case for you, then this is a confirmation that you need. Like, yes, this is going to happen for you. Obviously, probably before COVID is over, before you can fully get out of the house and start to do things like you used to do. You might actually end up getting pregnant, or you're trying to get pregnant around this time. And that's really great for you. Now, everyone else who that did not apply to, what this could mean, it could talk about. Now, obviously, this is a female card only. So if you are a man and you're watching this video, this whole card is not going to relate to you at all. So you can just skip forward as I'm explaining this card to all the women out there. But if you are a woman who isn't trying to get pregnant, maybe you're not in a relationship right now, or you're really young, or whatever it is, this can kind of talk about just being connected to your feminine nature, or like your like you can talk about like your emotions and kind of allowing yourself to feel what you feel. Like, yes, I'm feeling really emotional right now, and that is okay. Like, eat your ice cream, eat it, okay? I know that goes against everything I just talked about, but if you're feeling really sad, if you're feeling a certain way, go ahead and eat that ice cream, girl. Go ahead and have that popcorn or have that extra dessert. Make yourself feel better, because every once in a while you just need that. And I don't want you to feel bad, like oh, I've messed up this eating habit, or this thing I'm supposed to be doing. It is okay to do that every once in a while if you really need it. If you're having a bad day, if something horrible happened and you just need that, then just go ahead and do that. This is connect with fire. So the way that I feel about this, obviously Gemini is not a fire sign, but it could mean maybe you're trying to connect with those people that are fire signs. So maybe you know a lot of fire sign people and you're spending time with them, like maybe they're your family, or maybe they are someone you are friends with or dating, and you spend a lot of time with them. It could also talk about something similar to like maybe you're going out for a campfire. Maybe you're like, oh, I want to camp. I mean, I'm not sure if camping grounds are open, but if they are, when you're watching this video, then maybe you're like, oh, I want to go out and camp. I want to, you know, maybe roast some marshmallows at the campfire, just, you know, have a fire, maybe even my house, like, right, like, have like a fireplace if you have a fireplace, and just sit by the fireplace and kind of cozy up, like, get a good book, and like get your blanket and kind of sit by the fire and just kind of, you know, read, maybe have a cat with you. I don't know, I'm getting this feeling, this vibe right now about that. You know, maybe even just like listening to the crackle of it, like it calms you down, it makes you feel better after having a hard time. It could also indicate like maybe a burn cycle. So I had in a previous video talking about how these negative energies are staying in your life, right? Like this kind of brought up negative energy for the women of this group, and it talks about feeling super having this hard time, right, going on, and you're emotional, you're upset about something. Maybe you need to release it into something else, like this, like fire, like write down everything that you're really upset about and release the negative energy, and it goes up. Or take things that you think you can destroy, get rid of, or burn, or whatever it is that you know are causing you a lot of pain, because maybe they're from your past lover, or they are from a past traumatic experience that you had that you just held on to because you're afraid to let it go. Maybe if you let that go, maybe you'll feel better about whatever the situation is. And obviously you're not going to do that like every day, because most of this is about everyday stuff, but this could just be like every once in a while, every once in a month, you know, whenever you feel that you're having a lot of pent up bad emotions or energies. And obviously that is for both genders, it's not just the females anymore. Connect with the earth. So, again, Gemini is not an earth sign. So I feel like Gemini is a very social group, right? And so maybe you're trying to connect with your earth sign friends as well, and you're like, oh, hey, you know, I'm feeling lonely, I want to talk to you, or maybe it's about your romantic partner, or it's about your family, whatever it is. This can also talk about going outside every once in a while, or every day, or every other day, whatever, and just walking or running, or, you know, being one with nature, connecting with like the trees, like touching them, like smelling the grass, smelling the flowers, you know, like go the whole 9 yards, I guess. Obviously she's enjoying her time out here in the forest. You don't have to go to a forest, but like it's like you can if you want to, if you live by it. And I feel like just spending time outside, spending time with the sun, right, it's gonna make you feel better, right? Like, so I think for you guys specifically, you need to spend a lot of time with loved ones, regardless of who they are to you. You need to let go of negative energies, and it's okay if you have a cheat day. It is okay. Okay, nothing is going to harm you if you have a cheat day. You know, just make sure you're not repressing your negative emotions or reprimanding yourself for feeling those emotions, you know, and you know, write down your thoughts, your dreams, and just take care of yourself. You know, like this is like very basic things, but if you just continue to do this, just spend a little time outside, a little time eating well and drinking well, and just doing well for yourself, and you're going to feel better. You really are. I hope this helps you throughout your journey of the pandemic. If you have anything you want me to talk about, please comment that down below. You can comment anything about what you feel about this video, how it related to you, or whatever. Please like and subscribe. It really means so much to me if you do. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, Gemini. Hey, Leo. I'm just gonna quickly shuffle for you. What do we have here? Yeah, okay. So clear your energy fields. So some of you might be having a hard time, right? And you're very negative energy, right? So you're like, oh, I hate myself, or oh, things are never gonna get better. or you're just kind of like stuck in this rut, you're very procrastinative or something like that. So what this is obviously indicating is to try and clear that negativity. Just get rid of your negativity, try and think more positively. And I know that's really hard, and you're like, how do I do that? And maybe throughout this video, I'll figure out how specifically we're doing this, but yeah, you guys clearly have a very negative energy, and I can tell that right off the bat. Here, like this. So one of the things that you can do to try and clear your energy is to connect with crystals. Now, not everyone is going to have crystals just lying about their house, and I get that. Most people probably don't. But I mean, if you have them, maybe a healing crystal will really help. Maybe like something that will help you with your emotional or your mental kind of funk, I guess. But if you obviously, this is only for those who have it. And I mean, you can obviously go out of your way and purchase a crystal or two if you really feel drawn to do it, but you do not have to do that. There are plenty of other things for you that can come up in this pile. But no, if you do have a crystal, if you've never, connected with crystals before, typically what I would recommend is to kind of take that crystal, kind of like shake it kind of in your hands and kind of just like close your eyes and just focus on like, okay, heal, right? If that is what the crystal's for, heal. You just keep thinking about that and just kind of like let the energy kind of seep into you. Now some people like say or believe that crystals need to be rejuvenated, right? So what I like to do is I like to keep my crystals by a window, and so that the sun can like seep more positive energy into the crystals, which will go into you, right? So that is how I do it. Not everyone can do it however they feel like they can, but that is how I recommend it. Dance. So I'm not sure if any of you guys are in fact dancers. But if you are a dancer, I recommend that obviously you get up and you dance. You move around. Now dancing, not everyone is young enough. I mean, not young enough, but like not everyone is super young, or maybe they have a hard time moving around like that. And this can also mean mental dancing. So like listening to music and just imagining yourself being really graceful. That can also be what that means depending on where you are in life. But if you do enjoy dancing, that is something I recommend. And maybe even, obviously you can't, I don't think you can do this right now, but if this is something you really care about and want to pursue after the pandemic, which again, this reading is specifically for the pandemic and how to get yourself out of that rut they're currently in. But if you want to pursue this after, you can always take dance classes, or maybe you want to, that is something you can do, regardless if it's like just solo dance classes or ones with partners. It really depends on you. But you can also dance with a partner, obviously, at home if you have a loved one that you would like to dance with. That's another thing that you can do. Typically, obviously, you have music going in the background, so it's really what you choose to listen to. Movement, you're right. So like again, movement. Keep moving, keep dancing, keep exercising. It could be other kinds of exercise as well. This could be about like different, like maybe walking outside or taking a run or boxing or some kind of exercise equipment, lifting weights, something like that. If you go to a gym and you can continue to go to your gym, then maybe that's something that you want to do. If you have exercise equipment at home, then do that. If you just rather dance and that's your exercise, then that's okay. It all depends on you and where you are with your mental, physical aspects. The last one that popped up was to drink tea. So what this can mean is if you are enjoying tea and you do drink tea, this can be very helpful because some teas can help with speed up the process of releasing like different foods and liquids, and kind of like making things go out faster, which is kind of helpful, I guess, kind of cleansing. It could also be good for you if you're not feeling well, if you're sick. There's plenty of tea, so that can be very helpful to you to make yourself feel a lot better. If you are more of a coffee drinker, then maybe you just really need your coffee every day in the morning or at night if you want to have coffee at night. I mean, everyone is different, but it's what you feel like doing. So obviously the releasing your bad energy, this could probably be either like through physical movement as well, like dancing or other physical types of movement. This could be through the crystals that you have them. Maybe it's talking about the tea or the coffee kind of going through you and releasing all the negative, like the toxins, I guess, throughout your body, and kind of, you know, maybe like even like some aromatherapy. I know that didn't pop out, but that is something that can be really helpful with that. That kind of reminds me of that. You can also just write down some negative thoughts that you have, kind of burn them away and get rid of them. Be like, okay, these are my negative thoughts. I don't want them anymore. I cannot, you know, I need to have a better energy. Or even if you want to just look at yourself every day in the morning and be like, okay, I love myself. I love you. You're beautiful. You're handsome. Just say positive words of affirmation that might help as well, clearing out your negative mental mind. But you obviously have a very negative mental mind right now, and you hopefully will no longer have that as often or as much. I mean, like, hopefully you won't have that at all. I mean, but that's very hard to ask for, but hopefully it'll go away by the time COVID is over, so that you can actually go out and enjoy your life, and you're gonna be very happy and ready to go, instead of having to put yourself into a better mental state, because that would be really hard, I guess. But I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you take this into heart or use some of this stuff. Let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. Let me know in the comments what kind of videos you want to see me do in the future. And leave a like, share if you want to. Please subscribe. Please come back for the next video. I hope to see you guys there. Bye. Hello, Libra. I'm going to quickly shuffle for you guys, and I'll get into it. So aromatherapy is the first that came out. So with aromatherapy, it's something that you would have to kind of buy like these bottles for, but basically it's like a smell kind of therapy. So you would kind of get into like this like really cozy environment, maybe like put something really comfy on, or maybe put on like just like be in a towel and kind of just go into like this room that, you know, you've set up really nice and pretty, and you have all these different kind of scents, and you kind of just take some time, just kind of breathe it in, and just kind of feel like the good energies, the good vibes kind of coming through, and just be there and be in the moment for a while. So I mean, I guess I would recommend aromatherapy maybe once every week or so. That's kind of more of a once every week kind of a thing to do, but it's really relaxing and it's really helpful. And it seems like that's something that you clearly need to do while you're stuck at home. Bring bowl ritual. So for this one, it seems like you have like some negative energy like left over. So this is like something I recommend like once every month or so. Basically, for this one, you kind of you light a fire, rather, you know, like outside probably, and you basically get rid of like all these negative energies. So whether if it's like an object, right, or something that maybe an ex gave you, or something that a friend that you are no longer friends with gave you, or maybe something that reminds you of something horrible or bad that happened to you, right? And you just kind of destroy it in some way, regardless if it's in the fire or not. You're going to destroy it, get rid of that dark energy. The fire you can put in like little notes, right? Like negative things that have happened, right? So I'm really mad about this thing that happened with my friend, or I'm really mad about this, or this really is sad that you know, something that's really makes me sad, and you throw it all in, and you get rid of all that negative energy and that anger, that sadness, that fear, whatever it is that it's wrong. You get rid of it. You kind of release into the air every month, and kind of being like, yeah, okay, now I've gotten rid of it. It's a weight off my shoulder. I'm gonna go into the next month with a better attitude, hoping that things are gonna get better, and have a more a positive outlook about that. Kind of release the negativity. So connect with crystals. This is something that basically you can do if you have crystals. Obviously, you don't need to go out of your way and buy some, but if you want to do this, then you're definitely more than welcome to buy some. Basically, what I recommend is buying like some healing crystals, especially right now, especially with this reading. It's kind of like more about healing. And basically, you kind of like take the crystal when you have it and kind of like put it in your hand and kind of rub it maybe, and just think like healing thoughts, like okay, heal, and things like that, like strong words, and then like kind of let the energy the crystal gives you like kind of seep into you, and then like kind of like recharge it, I guess, by window, like, you know, keep it by the window, the sun, kind of like light it up and heat it up, make it like work more, or energy, you know, I don't know. That's what I tend to do. Again, you can choose to do this however you feel you need to do this, and however this makes sense to you, but that is what I do, and I recommend if you are not familiar with how to work with crystals. Obviously, if you are, then just do whatever you've been doing before. Movement. So for this, obviously some people might have sitting jobs, and they're like, oh, you know, I'm sitting, now I'm going to continue to sit and watch some TV or play some video games or whatever it is that you're doing. But this is kind of encouraging you, like, okay, maybe part of the problem of this mental kind of despair that you're having on yourself is the fact that you're not moving it, you're not getting enough exercise and movement. So I recommend walking outside, just like maybe around the block, or taking a run through through some kind of path. It doesn't matter what kind of path, it can be different every day that you do this, but I do recommend exercise every day. You can also go to the gym if you choose to go to the gym. That's up to you. Some people don't feel comfortable doing that right now, and I completely understand. You can buy exercise equipment if you have the money and the space, if that makes you feel better as well, if you don't want to work outside. It's kind of up to you. But I still encourage you to get some kind of sunlight every once in a while, because sunlight does continue to help you and kind of give you like that positive vibe. Just like feeling it, feeling some kind of warmth. Sync with the moon. So basically, this one is kind of talks about the moon phase or cycle. So basically, there's like new moons and full moons every like month, and there's different phases in between that, right? So if you have a calendar, like a real like bought physical calendar, they typically tell you like the phases of the moon and where you are. Otherwise, I think you have to look it up. But if you are curious, I will link my Instagram in the description, and basically you can go, and every full moon, every new moon, I have a reading specifically for that, for everyone who is interested. Now, if you want me to do readings like that on this channel as well, go more full-fledged reading, please let me know in the comments. I would definitely do that if you want me to, but it really depends on you. So this is the only reading that has gotten that, but you know, if you really want it, I will definitely give that to you. But basically, in a nutshell, the new moon and the full moon, like, it kind of depends on, like, it talks about, you know, adaptation, some of them, and some of them talk about new beginnings, and, you know, energies and different things like that really impact, especially if you know what kind of sign is impacting the moon. That's also very important, I think, and if you're interested in that as well, I'll let you know. I can't really go into much detail about this, just because obviously every time you want to know what you should do to connect with the moon, it's going to be different because the moon is constantly changing. So that's where I leave it. Rest. Okay, so there's like this preconceived notation, right? That if you are going to be functioning correctly, if you're going to be doing something, you cannot just go to bed early. Oh wow, it's kind of early, it's like 6 o'clock, right? It's okay to take naps. Like, it is perfectly okay if you want to go down and take a nap and then wake up, and if that helps you feel rejuvenated, then go ahead and do that. That is going to help you get through the day, then do it. Because clearly clearly you need to do this. Clearly it's helpful for you. I mean, obviously it doesn't always help everyone, but for you guys specifically, Libra, this does seem to be helping you. So I do recommend taking little naps for the day if that is something that you feel you have to do. Because you'll feel rejuvenated, you'll feel energized when you wake up, and you'll continue to be able to finish out the day strong. Write a gratitude list. So what I see with this one is every day at night, right before you go to bed, write everything you're happy that you did that day. Like, okay, I'm really happy that I cleaned my kitchen. I'm really happy I did that one great thing in work. Whatever is really making you happy that day, and then write that down, and then write, okay. And then maybe even write, okay, tomorrow I want to accomplish this. Because sometimes if you make lists, I need to accomplish these 2 to 3 things, and if it's small, you'll probably be able to accomplish it, right? Don't give yourself too big of a goal, because then you're not going to be able to do it. You're going to feel too pressured or procrastinate, or it's going to freak you out, and then you're never going to get anywhere. So I recommend putting like 2, 3 things every day, like, this is what I'm going to do, and then do it, and then be like, yes, I accomplished this. Or if you didn't do it, write why you don't think you did it, and try and work your way to that. Maybe you took on too much than you can handle, and try and break up into smaller pieces. That will really make you feel better, and will make you feel like you're accomplishing things and you're going places, and that, because some people feel like, oh, I didn't accomplish enough, I'm lazy. But if you tell yourself, this is all I need to do, and then I can take a break, then it really will make you feel better, and it will make you think like that you're lazy. Because just because you take that nap, just because you didn't accomplish as many things as you want to, does not mean that you're lazy. Everyone has days where they just need more of a break than other days. You can keep going until you break. And I think that if you continue to push yourself, you're not gonna be able to feel better. You're gonna have to continuously use that healing crystal. You're gonna have to constantly throw so much stuff in that fire, and it's not gonna help if you're not helping yourself, right? So the last one that popped out was sound healing. So what this could mean is a few different things. Basically, it's about sound, right? So it could mean that you like listening to music, right? And you get on your headphones every once in a while, and you just listen to a few songs or so, and just to kind of unwind and relax and be by yourself, and that's gonna help you. Or maybe you play an instrument and you want to play a song that you already know, or create a new song, or create an accompaniment to a song that you've seen on the internet. Whatever that is to you, you can do that, and that might make you feel better as well. Or it could be maybe you really like listening to podcasts. They make you relax. They make you feel better. Or you like this one video, you find it very motivational. Whatever it is that you listen to that you find is very helpful, very soothing, very motivational, and that is what you need to be doing here. So this is basically what you should be doing while you are in the COVID crisis and you can't do anything else, and this should hopefully help you guys out. I hope you enjoyed your reading, Libra. If you, like I said before, if you want me to comment anything about the moon, make videos about the moon, then comment down below. If you want to go and find out more, go to my Instagram. If you don't want to see it on YouTube, that's fine. If this helps you, if it resonates with you, please comment that, leave a like. Hopefully you will subscribe to my channel. That would be really amazing. And please hopefully come back in the next video. Okay, bye guys. Hey Pisces, so the video that I had with this card reading was somehow malfunctioned. So I already shuffled for you guys, and I was already explaining what the cards were, which is why it's like this. So I'm sorry that you guys didn't get to witness the shuffling. I wish that it did not glitch out for you. So let me get into it. So basically, this popped out first. This talks about, I mean, if you are currently married or you're trying to have a kid, this talks about having a kid, getting pregnant, or trying, right? And it talks about high fertile energy, so you're most likely going to get that pregnancy that you want. And because this is basically for the duration of COVID before everyone's allowed out, it's probably going to happen sometime during this lockdown process that you're going to get pregnant. That's only if you're trying, right? Now, for those of you who are not trying, this can also talk about emotional things. So it could talk about the fact that maybe you are feeling, maybe upset, and someone is trying to tell you, oh, you shouldn't feel upset, that, like trying to dismiss your feelings, and this card pops up trying to tell you that your feelings are very valid and that you are allowed to feel what you're feeling. You're allowed to be upset and sad and angry and whatever it is that's wrong. You're allowed to feel that, and it's okay to kind of sit there and wallow in your own self-pity, as long as you know you can get back up, and just take as long as you need to heal and to recover, and that is okay. Now, this card popped out as well, and I want to talk about that because it can kind of relate to the card about your womb. Basically, this card talks about pleasure, right? So for those of you who are married, this kind of goes hand in hand with like the sex. So you're having this pleasure in order to get pregnant, right? Now, obviously, if you are dating someone and you're not trying to get pregnant, you might still be having sex with this person. This could also indicate maybe you are giving yourself pleasure if you're single and you don't think you're going to be with someone, or if you're dating someone but they are far away, they can talk about that as well. Obviously, this could also talk about other types of pleasure, right? It doesn't have to be about that type of pleasure, especially if you are younger. This could be talking about anything that gives you pleasure, that might be like something fun or something that you enjoy doing, especially if this does not feel like it resonates with you at all. Obviously, if you're not resonating with it, then just leave it and just pretend like this isn't a part of this video. There's plenty of other cards for you to focus on, but this is for some of the Pisces here, so I want to make sure I get over that. Now, this came out. This can talk about spending time with people of fire energy or fire signs. This can talk about Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. If your family members, or if you're obviously married couple is, or your friends or someone else, this could talk about spending time with them. It could also talk about releasing negative energies. So if you're trying to build a fire maybe, and you write down everything that's negative, right? Like things that happened, words that are negative that you thought about, that you told yourself or that you told others, any negative energy that you feel like are lingering, once in a month or something like that, you kind of release that and release all the negativity out into the world, and then you kind of end up feeling better. It could talk about lighting a fire in your home, in your mantle place, and just kind of sitting there and feeling the heat. That can kind of like make you feel better as well. Maybe you get a blanket and a book and just kind of read, and maybe your animal kind of sits there and joins you, or someone else does. I'm not sure. That could be very rejuvenating for you. This could also talk about camping, like lighting a campfire, telling stories, singing, things like that kind of energy as well, if you are going camping or you plan on going camping, that is. And if you're allowed to, right? Because I'm not sure what is blocked where you are and what isn't. This is dream journal. So dream journaling is kind of typically for people who are more right-brained, people who are more creative. They tend to remember their dreams more clearly than those who are left-brained. Doesn't mean that people who are left-brained can't. It just means it's not as likely. So if you are someone that ends up remembering your dream at some point, maybe you want to get out a pen and paper, or maybe you want to do it on the internet and like write a Google Doc or something, and kind of just talk about what you saw in that dream, like date the thing, like today, this is what I saw, this is what happened, and especially this is really helpful, especially if you're having the same recurring dream over and over again, because then you know what is wrong and you can hopefully correct that in your life, so you're not as plagued when you go to bed. And sometimes it's helpful just to know, okay, well, I had that one dream one time, and now like a year later or something like that, like I'm still dreaming this. Now, obviously, you don't have to continue dream journaling after COVID is over, because this is just for COVID. But if you want to, if you enjoy it, if you're, then you can continue doing it, and that's Movement, so being stuck inside is kind of very hard, right? So maybe you're doing all this like stuff for your work or your school, if you're at school, and you're just sitting on your bed or on the couch or in your chair or wherever you are, you're doing this work, and it's bothering you, and you just and you sit down again, you watch your TV or you do your video games. But it's very important to remember to continue to exercise, to continue to move. So if you go outside every day and kind of take a walk around the block or go for a jog, maybe with your pet, if you have a pet like a dog or something and you have to take it out with you, that would be helpful for both of you, right? And just having the sun there kind of beam down you, kind of giving you that energy, that refilling nature, that might help as well. Now, if you don't want to do that, maybe you have exercise equipment at home, just exercise at home, that's fine. I mean, obviously you might not have that, you might not want to buy that. Maybe you go to a gym if gyms are open for you and you feel comfortable doing that. That's another option. But make sure you're continuing to move and exercise and not just kind of continue to sit around and be lazy. And with that in mind, it's also very important that you go out of your way and you continue to talk to your friends, whether it's texting and calling. Obviously, this is hang out with friends, so this does indicate that you are spending some time outside of your home, or maybe inviting them over to your home and spending time with them. Now, obviously, if you do not feel comfortable having anyone in your home because of this and you're very susceptible to being sick, then that's completely fine. You can have like a phone call and just leave it at that. But for those of you that do feel the need to go out of your way and meet people, spend time with people that you already know, you can do that, and it'll make you feel better, obviously, because you can take energy and the happiness that they have, and and you can help each other out, essentially. That was not the last card. There are other cards, but that's what popped out originally, so now we're going to continue on. So rest popped out as well. So essentially what this means is if you feel the need to take a nap, it is okay to take a nap. You do not have to feel guilty or lazy or like, oh, I want to take a nap, but I don't want to feel bad about myself. That is perfectly fine. Take your nap. Take like a hour nap, and just come out of it and feel more rejuvenated and energized and ready to take on the rest of your day. You can nap if you feel like every day or every other day or whenever you need to. It's completely okay. This will definitely help you with your mental energies, because if you tell yourself this is okay and you let yourself do this, maybe you won't have as many negative thoughts because you're allowing yourself discomfort. With aromatherapy, it's something that you would have to kind of buy like these bottles for, but basically it's like a smell kind of therapy. So you would kind of get into like this like really cozy environment, maybe like put something really comfy on, or maybe put on like just like be in a towel and kind of just go into like this room that you've set up really nice and pretty, and you have all these different kind of scents, and you kind of just take some time, just kind of breathe it in and just kind of feel like the good energies, the good vibes kind of coming through, and just be there and be in the moment for a while. So, I guess I would recommend aromatherapy maybe once every week or so. That's kind of more of a once every week kind of a thing to do, but it's really relaxing and it's really helpful. And it seems like that's something that you clearly need to do while you're stuck at home. Here, like this. So one of the things that you can do to try and clear your energy is to connect with crystals. Now, not everyone is going to have crystals just lying about their house, and I get that. Most people probably don't. But if you have them, maybe a healing crystal will really help. Maybe like something that will help you with your emotional or your mental kind of funk, I guess. But if you, obviously, this is only for those who have it. And you can obviously go out of your way and purchase a crystal or two if you really feel drawn to do it, but you do not have to do that. There are plenty of other things for you that can come up in this pile. But no, if you do have a crystal, if you've never, connected with crystals before, typically what I would recommend is to kind of take that crystal, kind of like shake it kind of in your hands and kind of just like close your eyes and just focus on like, okay, heal, right? If that is what the crystal's for, heal. You just keep thinking about that and just kind of like let the energy kind of seep into you. Now some people say or believe that crystals need to be rejuvenated, right? So what I like to do is I like to keep my crystals by a window, and so that the sun can seep more positive energy into the crystals, which will go into you, right? So that is how I do it. Not everyone can do it however they feel like they can, but that is how I recommend it. Build strength. So this makes me think of working out exercise. So maybe you guys are trying to build muscle specifically. So I'm obviously having protein. I mean, balanced diet is always good no matter what, but protein specifically for muscle strength. Maybe you guys, obviously in this picture, it's like boxers. Maybe you guys like boxing. Maybe you guys have a punching bag. That'd be very therapeutic, actually. I kind of want one. But yeah, maybe you guys punch something and feel better, or you go to the gym and work on your arm muscle, your leg muscle. You know, you really want to build that muscle, and that's not just like something to do. I feel like that's probably what that is referencing, just because of this previous card that I had. So, okay, so we have the connect with the earth, which indicates that you might be spending time with people of earth energy signs. And then you can also be spending time outside in nature, going for a walk, going for a jog, just enjoying the scenery, maybe sniffing the flowers, kind of a thing. So sorry guys, this is the end of the video. But so the other one that popped out is take a walk. So I feel like I'm more inclined to believe that this is a walk that the connecting with the earth is indicating. So it seems to me that you guys are going to be spending a lot of time outdoors and just taking breaths and just hanging out with friends and I guess soaking in the tub every once in a while. These are the things that really are going to help you relax and feel better as the weeks continue on and we're still stuck in our homes during COVID. But I hope that this video resonates with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment how you feel about it, and let me know if what kind of videos you want me to do in the future. If you liked doing this video and if you wanted to see some more videos to this in the future. I hope that you subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I hope that you will continue to pop by and see the next video. Bye guys. Alright, hello Sagittarius, I'm going to quickly shuffle for you. This is taking so long. I'm sorry, Sagittarius. There it goes. Oh my god. Okay, so that took a little longer than expected, but okay, that's enough of this. So, the first thing that popped out was write a gratitude list. So for this one, it kind of talks about how sometimes when, like at the end of the day, basically every day, just write down the positive things that happen, right? So like, oh, I'm really happy that I accomplished this today. I'm really happy I had that conversation that I've been trying to have for a very long time today. It makes you like feel better, it makes you feel more accomplished, and it takes away that like the idea that you didn't do much. Like, oh, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. And instead of thinking about that, you think about the positive things that you did do. And that might also help to write down things like that you need to do. Like write down 1 to 2, maybe 3 things that you need to do the next day that you want to do the next day. And then as long as you continue to accomplish that and set these small goals for yourself, you'll feel a lot better because you'll accomplish these goals that you have. Obviously, if you're failing to do these goals normally, then maybe make the goals into smaller goals, because we want to make realistic expectations and goals for ourselves. Otherwise, we'll just continue to feel really bad. Intuition. So I'm guessing that like some of you might guess what you're thinking. You're like, oh, some part of me really believes that this person is bad news, but I want to believe the best. Number one, don't. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but just don't. Just like be like, okay, I know I'm not feeling this energy with this person. This is not working for me. So whatever it is that you feel like there's something wrong, whether it's a person or a situation or an object or anything like that, like if you know you don't want it, if you know you don't need that energy in your life, do not go near it. Just stay away from it. I mean, you can sense it. You know. So don't second guess yourself. Don't let this bad energy into your good energy or your attempted good energy, right? Like you don't want anyone or anything to bring you down worse than you already are, especially with you wanting to get the help that get the better energy right now. Sweet treat. So for this one, this can talk about maybe you guys want to bake, maybe you guys enjoy baking, maybe you're a baker as a profession, maybe you just want to go out and buy yourself something nice to eat, right? Like I really feel like eating these cupcakes, so I'm going to go to the cupcake store. Whatever it is, forever your level of baking skill is, right? So either, I mean, obviously she's making it herself in this picture, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to. So whatever you feel you're probably more likely to do or would rather do, I recommend doing that maybe like once a week. Just give yourself a little treat. Like, I started this week, I'm really happy that I did this, thing this weekend, and I'm really making progress. Because if you give yourself something nice like every week as reward and relaxation time, then it kind of makes you feel better about everything. And now if you're trying to lose weight, obviously you don't want to continue to eat. Maybe your treat can be something that isn't cupcakes, but if you're really like don't care about that and you're just like, yeah, I want something nice every week or so, then go for it. Nourish your temple. So this can talk about not getting enough water, right? So not everyone here is getting enough water. And they don't even realize it, right? You have to have a certain amount of water depending on how much you weigh, how tall you are, whatever. And so you might need to continue to get that water that you need. Maybe this could also indicate that you are not getting the right foods. Obviously, from like this, it might be that. And maybe you need to focus more on your diet, and you need to eat more fruits and vegetables, eat more or less meat or, dairy, like whatever it is that you need to work on. Maybe you can work on that. Maybe you can start cooking or baking more at home to limit the amount of excess amount of sugar and things that are in things. And then also this can indicate like maybe sunlight, because as your body is a plant, your body is this like that needs to grow, and you need to go out there and get your sunlight. You need to get that energy from the sun, because clearly you're not getting enough. Maybe it depends on the person. Some people might be getting plenty, but at this time, not being able to leave or do much of anything, it might be harder for you to get your sunlight, and you definitely need to go out there and do that. Nourish your whole body, and this can also even indicate maybe you're telling yourself negative things like, oh, I'm really ugly today, or oh, I really hate myself, and if you continue to do that, it's going to be bad for you. So maybe you need to tell yourself that you are beautiful, you are perfect, that you love yourself every day, in order to nourish your body, your mind, as well as your physical body. Deep breathing. So some of you might be having a lot of stress or anxiety right now, and you're freaking out, and you're like, oh my god, I'm so upset this, or I'm so upset that, or I'm so anxious about doing this one thing or talking to this one person, or and it always really helps to just stop what you're doing, stop all that negativity that you're allowing in, and just just like take that deep breath, let it out, just like stop and pause and wait for a moment, and then continue on with whatever it is that you need to be doing. Make sure you are breathing through everything. Soak in a bath. So maybe some of you really like taking baths, right? So maybe you can get out like some of your essential oils, and maybe you can get out like your bath bombs, and like have a whole like day, kind of not a whole day, but like I have a whole like hour or half hour, however you want to be in that bath, and kind of just really let yourself relax. Kind of maybe turn on the jets if you have a jet kind of a tub, and let the bubbles rise up if you build a bath, or like something like really nice like that for you. Go out to the store and buy all these really nice things and ingredients, make yourself smell really nice and pretty. There's actually like kind of like rose petals kind of as well in here, so maybe you're getting at some rose petals, or maybe like there's like a little romantic as well because you're getting rose petals, or romantic for yourself, honestly. And maybe you get some like candles too, not like because you're trying to entertain anyone, but because you're just trying to like you don't want like the fan on, maybe, or you just kind of want it to be like more calming, and so maybe you feel more comfortable with like just candles on, or by like around the wherever you put your candles. But yeah. Okay. Sing. So some of you might enjoy singing along to some songs, like maybe you're in the car and you're just gonna start belting out, right? That's basically all that really can mean. Or maybe you enjoy singing of others, right? Maybe you enjoy people that you in real life sing, or maybe you just enjoy listening to music. But this is gonna be like really helpful for you, like the music and just getting into that vibe. Oh, yep, sound healing. This talks about music. It talks about listening to music, listening to other people sing, obviously. It can also talk about you playing an instrument. Maybe you are creating some kind of, you're writing your own ballad, or maybe you're writing accompaniment to something that's already existing. It could talk about you listening to podcasts or different motivational things on the internet, or whatever you like to listen to help you get into a better mindset, get yourself more rejuvenated and feeling more happy. Rest. So this can mean like maybe you want a nap every now and then, but you kind of tell yourself, oh, I shouldn't be resting, I shouldn't be doing that, because then I feel lazier, then I'm not doing as much. And that is perfectly okay to take a nap, to rest for like a half hour, an hour, whatever you need, every day, every other day, whatever you need. If that is what you need to get through the day, then go ahead and do that. Don't tell yourself that that's wrong. Don't tell yourself that you're lazy, or that they're not as worth as much as everyone else because you're taking that nap. It is okay. I can guarantee it's okay. The last one that popped out was connect with crystals. So if you have crystals of your own, this can mean that you are obviously using your crystals for healing or whatever purposes that you need. You can also go out of your way and buy them, but I'm not telling you you have to. There's plenty here that you don't even need to do any of this. You can ignore it. The crystals, that is. You can ignore the crystals if you want to do other things here. But if you do have crystals, you do want to buy crystals, I recommend using the ones for healing, because this is reading about healing mentally and physically. And what you can do if you don't know how to use crystals is that you can sink your energy into it, like by putting it in your hand and kind of thinking like healing thoughts or self wishes. You can put your crystals kind of by like a window, almost like the sun kind of come in and stream through it and give it that energy, that positive energy if you want. And that's the way I do it. You don't have to do it that way, but that is my suggestion. With that being said, that is your reading, Sagittarius. So this is going to help you through the times of COVID and not being able to get out and doing what you want to do and socializing with who you want to socialize with. And I hope that this is helpful for you. I hope this resonates with you. If you want me to do any other kind of video, whatever it may be, let me know in the comments. Let me know how you feel with this video. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, let me know as well. Please like the video and subscribe. Come back, and I'll see you in the next video, Sagittarius. Bye. Hey Scorpio, I'm gonna quickly shuffle for you, and then we're gonna get into the reading. Okay. So, Scorpio, this will pop it out for you. All right, so the first card that popped out was make a meal. So I'm not sure if you guys enjoy cooking, but if you do, this is definitely a sign, I guess. So maybe you guys really want to start cooking more at home and not. I mean, obviously now that the pandemic is happening and you can't really go out to restaurants and then all that's left is like fast food. You want to like start cooking more at home, and you want to start incorporating more better varieties of food, maybe healthier, maybe not as healthy, maybe like every other, whatever you want to do. But you're definitely this is actually something that helps you kind of relax and to cope with all that stress and that anxiety that you might be feeling right now, which is really helpful obviously to you because you need to eat anyway. So it's really nice that you can incorporate that into that. You might also be a chef or a cook and you enjoy this anyway and you're really amazing. But yeah. And then the next one that came out was reading. So you guys, you enjoy reading. You enjoy going into all these different stories, or maybe you like true stories of things. Either way, you're gonna be doing a lot of reading during the pandemic. I mean, you have a library or even shop online, buy plenty of books. You know, I'm not sure if you enjoy buying a whole bunch of books and having them line your shelves as much as I do, but that might be what's going on with you guys as well. And yeah. Journaling. So journaling, this can mean a few different things. So for one, journaling can mean just like you just journal about your thoughts and your feelings, kind of like a diary, your most, feels, and kind of like lock it away and keep it like in a safe so that no one can ever find it. And then if someone does, you can just, have a mini panic attack. Hopefully that does not happen to you. But I feel like you're probably like gonna write down a whole bunch of different feelings and thoughts and emotions that you're having, and then kind of like lock it away, put it somewhere that you hope that no one will find it, make sure that no one can ever get into it, kind of thing, and then take it out like every day or two or whatever, and just kind of write down what you're feeling. It could also be a dream journal if you want, if you have a lot of vivid dreams and you want to write down and remember everything that you dream. It can also indicate that. Pleasure. I mean, I'm sure you've been told plenty of times how Scorpio is a very sexualized sign, and this is no different. This has not changed because this has come out. So as you know, pleasure can mean sex, basically. Now, if you are in a relationship and you're married, then that's probably very accurate and very natural, and like, oh yeah, of course I'm gonna have sex with my partner. But if you are single, this could indicate that you are giving yourself this sexual pleasure that you need or want to have, and so you can find that person that you can be with. Especially, it's kind of hard right now when you can't really go out and to a bar, wherever you're going, and find other people. Now, if you're really young and watching this video and you're like, if this doesn't relate to you at all, or if you don't enjoy having sex, let's just say that, like if you don't enjoy sex and you don't want to have sex, then you can just take this as you're going to do something very pleasurable every once in a while or something. Something that gives you pleasure, that isn't like a physical pleasure, but like more of like an emotional, or your heart kind of like leaps for joy. Like, oh wow, I really enjoy playing that video game or watching that movie. It's a very different type of pleasure, but if sex does not relate to you at all, then just take it as that. So sync with the moon. So I was having another reading about this, but basically sync with the moon depends on where the moon is in the cycle and phases, you know, like the full moon, new moon, and different things that come with that. Basically, I do readings about that on my Instagram channel, so if you want to look at that, you can. It'll be in the description of this video. If you want me to go into more details, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to go into more details about every different, like, thing, like every time there's a new moon, full moon, or every little like section of the moon phase. I'm like, okay, here's the little like in-depth thing for you, if that's what you want. Intuition. So you might be like feeling like you're, oh, I really feel this way about someone, or I don't feel this way about someone else, and you're second guessing yourself, like, well, okay, but everyone else likes them, or I feel like maybe I'm not giving them a chance. No. Your intuition is right. If you do not feel the same way, if you do not like their energy, if you don't like what's going on with this thing, then just listen to that intuition, because you are right. You have to trust your instincts. If you don't like that person, if you don't want to do that thing, if you're feeling anxious about something, just listen to it. I'm sure that you're right. You are very powerful. You're very knowledgeable about your own self and what you're going to enjoy and what you're not going to enjoy, and yeah. So this was, this was your reading, Scorpio, for COVID and not being able to do much of anything. So you're just gonna have a lot of private thoughts, reading, making food, and having plenty of sex. So I hope you enjoy this reading. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you resonate with this, if some of this is like uncomfortable, if you don't resonate, whatever you feel. If you want me to do that moon thing, let me know in the comments as well. If you want me to do some other type of video that you're feeling like you really need to watch, let me know. And especially if you want to continue seeing videos like this, that's also very helpful. If I can see that your confirmation of like, yes, I like this, or just even like the video, so I know to do more videos such as this, like mental health, what we should be doing. And that is all I can leave you with. But please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, Scorpio. Hello, Taurus. I'm going to quickly shuffle for you guys, and then we're going to get into your video. Okay, Taurus, the first that popped out of the card deck was Soak in a Bath. So you guys might really enjoy bathing. So what I can tell you is it clearly shows kind of like maybe rose petals or something. So maybe you're going to put some kind of rose petal maybe in the bath with you, or maybe you're putting in a bath bomb or some scents or something. Maybe you're going to put candles around your room, the bathroom, and make it kind of have like a nice energy or vibe, or and make yourself to smell really nice is basically the point. And maybe you're gonna do a bubble bath. I don't know, whatever makes you feel amazing, what makes you feel rejuvenated. And you're probably gonna like maybe turn off all the lights and kind of use the candles as light and just kind of sit in there for a while and just kind of unwind and let it go by. Maybe you're gonna do this like every once in a while, every week or something like that. Make a whole time like shopping for all this like really fun, nice things that you want to shower yourself with. The next card that popped out was deep breathing. So for this, it kind of tells me that you guys are having a lot of anxiety about something, and basically you're going to use this as just like a time for you to just kind of stop what you're doing, stop thinking about all the horrible things that whatever you're getting anxiety about, like, oh my god, just stop. Just let the thoughts, slowly come to a stop and just kind of breathe and kind of take a step back and then look at the situation again, reevaluate it, think with it more clear and level open-minded head, and hopefully you'll feel better. This popped out as well. This is spend time with your friends. So maybe you can't actually spend time with your friends. Maybe they're away, or maybe you just can't because you're trying to protect yourself. Whatever it is, you can always call and text them if you can't hang out with them in person. But if you can, then that's always good, because then you can kind of feed off each other's energies and feel better. But otherwise, just, make sure you're still talking to people. Don't, shut yourself out completely because you can't go out and do things anymore. You still want to have that emotional connection with your friends, and you still want to be able to do these fun things even if you can't actually go out and do them, I guess is what I'm saying. This can tell you want to spend more time with people who are earth signs, and this can also entail maybe you want to go out and take a walk. She's in the nature and in forest, and you don't have to go there, but you can if you live close by, or if you want to take a drive down there and then start walking once you get there. This can also indicate maybe you need to go out for a run, or maybe you need to go and be a little more grounded, be a little more earth kind of energy or kind of vibes, like someone who's more level-headed and not as emotional. Let your emotions kind of take a break a little bit and just kind of think about things logically. Maybe something went wrong and you're acting out without thinking everything through, and this is saying this might actually make you feel better if you rationalize it, if you think it out first before you act, because maybe you regret something you said or did, and you want to make sure that you're not regretting it, I guess. And the last one that popped out was to build strength. So for this one, I'm going to say this is typically about exercise and about building muscle and building endurance. This could also be about emotional strength. So maybe this emotion that you need to deep breathe, and that you need to kind of take into account for a lot of things. Maybe you've been hurt horribly and you need to recover, you need to heal, you need to take time to think about it, but also to not let it control everything, every aspect of your life and what you're doing. But yeah, it could also just be physical strength, as she's clearly punching something, possibly a punching bag. You might want to go and use exercise equipment that you have at your home if you have exercise equipment. If you want to buy something that you can, but you don't have to, you can take walks. You can go for a jog, like I said previously. Maybe you go to a gym if that is the case, and continue to do that. Yeah, so I feel like you guys, I feel like the Virgos, they're watching this video, are going to be doing a lot of exercise, and just making sure you're taking care of your body, like with the eating and drinking, but also make sure that you are focusing and making sure that your emotions are not completely controlling everything, and just like let it go, let your breath go, and kind of really think about it before making your decisions. And this is what you're going to be doing until, I guess, the pandemic is over, or until a really big change happens, and then you need to try and maybe help yourself, self-care in other ways. But for right now, this is the way that you need to self-care. I hope this is accurate for you. I hope this resonates with you. If it didn't, let me know. And yeah, I mean, if you want any type of video you want that has to do with like tarot cards, let me know, and I'll try and make the video. And let me know anything else you want to tell me, I guess, in the comments. Please like the video. I hope you subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and come back for the next video. Bye, Virgo. Hey, Virgos. So I'm gonna quickly show it for you guys, and we'll get into the video. Let's see here. I'm gonna do one more. Yeah. Okay. So these are the cards that popped out. So let's get into this one first. Nourish your temple. That basically talks about how like your body is like this plant, right? And so for plants, what they need is they need lots of sun, they need lots of water, and they need lots of food or nutrients, right? So the same thing goes for you. So right now you might need way more water than you're getting, or you need to continue to get a lot of water, and you need to make sure you're out in the sun, and you need to take those walks and just kind of breathe in the air and get the energy that you are craving or you want from the sun. And you want to make sure that you're eating healthy, you're eating all the main groups that you need to be eating, and at the correct levels. I know that's really hard, but you're just gonna have to try your best, I guess, and just try and make sure that you are helping yourself out with that. So the next one that came out was deep breathing. So for this one, the way that I want to see it is the fact that you need to take some time, and you just need to just breathe. Just like let it go. You're like, okay, I'm really stressed, I'm really anxious, I'm having a hard time. Whatever it is that's really bothering you, just take a deep breath. Just like stop what you're doing, just breathe, because you'll kind of feel better. You'll be a little more clear-headed, and then you can like focus on what you need to do to solve it. So dream journal. So sometimes when you are more right-headed, you tend to right-brained, you tend to be more creative, and you tend to remember your dreams more often than left-brained people. Not to say that left-brained people can't remember their dreams, it's just it's harder for them to. And so if you are one of those people that can remember your dreams very easily, or you just happen to remember one of your dreams, then you should probably write it down. You need to write down the date and what happened, and this whole like thing, whether you want to do it on like the internet or a real like journal where you can just write on paper, or it makes you feel more comfortable, whatever you enjoy more. This might help, especially if you're having a recurring nightmare. It might help you kind of deduce what it is that you're dreaming about, what it is that you need to fix in your life, so that you can have better sleep and feel better. Okay. So connect with the earth. So this can entail like you want to spend more time with people who are earth signs. And this can also entail maybe you want to go out and take a walk, she's in the nature and in forest, and you don't have to go there, but like you can if you live close by, or if you want to take a drive down there and then start walking once you get there. This can also indicate maybe you need to go out for a run, or maybe you need to go and be a little more grounded, be a little more earth kind of energy or kind of vibes, like someone who's more level-headed and not as emotional. Like let your emotions kind of like take a break a little bit and just kind of think about physiologically. Maybe something went wrong and you're acting out without thinking everything through. And this is like saying this might actually make you feel better if you rationalize it, if you think it out first before you act, because maybe you regret something you said or did, and you want to make sure that you are you're not regretting it, I guess. And the last one that popped out was to build strength. So for this one, I'm going to say this is typically about exercise and about building muscle and building endurance. This could also be about like emotional strength. So maybe this emotion that you need to like deep breathe, and that you need to kind of take into account for a lot of things. Maybe you've been hurt horribly and you need to recover, you need to heal, you need to take time to think about it, but also to not let it control everything, every aspect of your life and what you're doing. But yeah, it could also just be physical strength, as she's clearly punching something, like possibly a punching bag. You might want to go and use exercise equipment that you have at your home. If you have exercise equipment, if you want to buy something that you can, but you don't have to, you can take walks. You can go for a jog, like I said previously. Maybe you go to a gym if that is the case, and continue to do that. Yeah, so I feel like you guys, I feel like the Virgos, they're watching this video, are going to be doing a lot of like exercise, and just making sure you're taking care of your body, like with the eating and drinking, but also make sure that you are focusing and making sure that your emotions are not completely controlling everything, and just like let it go, let your breath go, and kind of really think about it before making your decisions. And this is what you're going to be doing until, I guess, the pandemic is over, or until a really big change happens, and then you need to try and maybe help yourself, self-care in other ways. But for right now, this is the way that you need to self-care. I hope this is accurate for you. I hope this resonates with you. If it didn't, let me know. And yeah, I mean, if you want any type of video you want that has to do with like tarot cards, let me know, and I'll try and make the video. And let me know anything else you want to tell me, I guess, in the comments. Please like the video. I hope you subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and come back for the next video. Bye, Virgo.